I thought we were happy. Until I found out the truth. Evelyn had always considered herself lucky in love. She and Daniel had been married for 5 years, and their relationship was the envy of their friends. He was successful, handsome, and devoted, or at least, that's what she thought. From extravagant getaways in the Maldives to spontaneous date nights at Michelin-starred restaurants, their life was a dream. But dreams can turn into nightmares in the blink of an eye. It all started with a simple text message from an unknown number. Check his phone. You deserve to know. At first, she dismissed it as a cruel joke. Daniel had never given her a reason to doubt him. But as the days passed, she started noticing things she had ignored before: late-night work meetings, whispered phone calls, the scent of a perfume that wasn't hers lingering on his shirts. One night, her curiosity got the best of her. As Daniel slept soundly beside her, she reached for his phone, her heart pounding in her chest. The screen lit up, and what she saw made her blood run cold. Messages. Hundreds of them. Flirty conversations. Photos. Dinner reservations. And the name attached to them? Her best friend, Olivia. Evelyn's hands trembled as she scrolled through the messages, each one a stab to her heart. She read how Daniel told Olivia he loved her, how he made excuses to see her, how he had planned a romantic weekend getaway, on the same dates Evelyn had thought he was away for business. Tears blurred her vision as reality crashed down on her. The man she loved, the man she trusted, had been betraying her all along. The question now was, what would she do about it? Evelyn felt the weight of betrayal crush her chest, but she refused to break. Not yet. She needed to think. To plan. She quietly placed Daniel's phone back on the nightstand and slipped out of bed. Her hands clenched into fists as she paced the darkened living room, her mind racing. Should she confront him now? Scream, cry, throw his things out the window? No. That would be too easy. Instead, she decided to play along. If Daniel and Olivia thought they could fool her, she would make sure they paid for their deception in the most unexpected way. The next morning, Evelyn woke up early, preparing Daniel's favorite breakfast, pancakes with strawberries, just the way he liked. She kissed him on the cheek as she served his plate, her smile as sweet as the syrup she poured over his meal. Busy day today, she asked, watching him from across the table. Daniel barely looked up from his phone. Yeah, meetings all afternoon. Probably won't be home until late. Liar. Evelyn nodded, hiding the rage burning inside her. She already knew his meeting was actually dinner at a cozy little restaurant, with Olivia. And she planned to be there, too. That evening, instead of heading home after work, she changed into a stunning black dress, the kind that turned heads. She did her hair, applied her makeup, and slipped into a pair of designer heels Daniel had bought her, back when he still pretended to care. Then, she made her way to the restaurant. From the moment she walked in, she spotted them. Olivia's hand rested on Daniel's, her perfectly manicured fingers tracing circles on his wrist. Daniel leaned in, whispering something that made her laugh the way Evelyn used to. Rage surged through her veins, but she kept her cool. With a smirk, she pulled out her phone and sent a message. Surprise, sweetheart. Look behind you. Daniel's face turned pale as he read the text. Slowly, he turned his head, his eyes widening as he met Evelyn's icy stare. Game over. Evelyn's heels clicked against the polished floor as she sauntered toward their table. Heads turned, but she didn't care. This was her moment. Daniel scrambled to stand up, his chair screeching against the tile. Evelyn, what are you? Having dinner, she cut him off smoothly. Oh, but I see you've already started without me. Olivia's face drained of color. Eve, You what? Evelyn arched an eyebrow, placing a hand on her hip. Didn't expect me to find out? Didn't think I'd recognize my husband's work meetings involved cocktails and hand-holding? She let out a laugh, but there was no humor in it. The restaurant had gone silent. People were pretending not to watch, but Evelyn knew every table was listening. Daniel stammered. I was going to tell you. Oh, were you? She tilted her head, eyes gleaming with something dangerous. Before or after dessert? He had no answer. Evelyn turned to Olivia, her voice sickeningly sweet. So, tell me. Was it thrilling? Sneaking around like a bad romance novel? Olivia shifted uncomfortably, glancing at Daniel for help. But he had none to offer. Evelyn smirked. Well, don't let me stop you. By all means, enjoy each other. In fact, she reached into her purse, pulling out a neatly folded envelope. Here's something to celebrate your little affair. Daniel hesitated before taking it, his hands shaking. As he unfolded the papers, his face twisted in shock. Divorce papers, he choked out. Evelyn beamed. Surprise. The satisfaction that spread through her was intoxicating. Daniel had expected tears, begging, maybe even a slap. But this? He never saw it coming. She leaned in close, lowering her voice so only the two of them could hear. You see, darling, I don't beg. I don't fight for men who don't deserve me. And I certainly don't lose. With that, she turned on her heel and walked out, her head held high. The moment she stepped outside, she inhaled the crisp night air, feeling lighter than she had in years. The weight of his betrayal was gone. She was free. And freedom never felt so damn good. Evelyn stepped out of the restaurant, but instead of heading home, she took a deep breath and smiled to herself. Tonight wasn't just about exposing Daniel and Olivia, it was about reclaiming her power. Her phone buzzed. Daniel, Evelyn, please. We need to talk. She scoffed. Now he wanted to talk? Ignoring the message, she called a car and headed to the rooftop bar where her friends were waiting. Tonight wasn't for tears, it was for celebration. When she arrived, her best friend, Mia, greeted her with open arms. You actually did it. Evelyn grinned, holding up her glass. To fresh starts. The music thumped through the air, and for the first time in years, she felt alive. No more lies. No more betrayals. Just her, the city lights, and endless possibilities. As the night went on, Evelyn noticed a pair of striking blue eyes watching her from across the bar. A tall, confident man raised his glass in her direction. She smirked. Maybe she wasn't done with love just yet.